Most of the people out here are running around empty. They have no sense of self, no sense of self-love. When I say self-love, it has nothing to do with celebrity, money, materialistic things, and all of the things that your negative mind could probably go to. It has nothing to do with self-love. It has nothing to do with looks, nothing to do with cars and any of the superficial things that one would assume that could make you love yourself even more. It's a matter of knowing your value. It's a matter of you saying, I don't have to be around these people in these type of environments and situations in order for me to finally see the value in myself. I love me independent of you loving me. I believe in me. I know my self-worth. I know clearly that I'm a child of God, and God has a purpose over my life, and if he didn't, I wouldn't be here anymore. I am here, and I have a purpose. There is no value in having wisdom, knowledge, insight, spirituality, love. Every day, I am a work in progress. Self-love is the cure to self-hate. I don't like you, I don't trust you, and I know you talking shit about me from behind my back. Why would anybody who truly loves themselves hang out with or mess with those type of people? Now, here are the worst type of people in the world to me. The people who literally hate your guts and dislike you, and you don't have a clue that they feel this way about you, because they're able to cover up all of their malicious energy and intentions towards you without giving you no trace that they don't fuck with you. And then when you finally find out, you're like, oh shit, you've been saying this and doing this and you feel this way about me? I had no clue. But when people show you who they are and you see it to the point where you're able to talk about it, can you believe what she said about me? Can you believe that? And you're able to talk about it. Then you get an invite from this same person that you was just sitting over dinner crying about the following week, and you show up. You don't love yourself for you to be hanging out with these type of people. Nobody who loves themselves would ever entertain the idea of ever fucking with these people. I love myself. I've worked too hard for all of these years to hang out with somebody that's talking about flipping 5,000 and turning it to 15,000. So guess what, homie? Go get your money. Go do whatever you gotta do to double and triple your paper. I'm out of here. Because I don't wanna be on the receiving end of whatever those consequences are that may come from you doing whatever it is that you're doing. And y'all know plenty of those type of people. They doing all of the negative, crazy, and dysfunctional shit every single day. All of the women, they jealous and envious of you. They talk all of this shit about every girl and everything they're doing, who they dating, who they sleeping with. You don't think they talking about you? Are you that special to where all of your homegirls talk shit about everybody and you don't think they talking about you? So when people show you who they are, you gotta believe it. And you have to make the adjustments according to all of these things that are revealed to you. And your family is mean, evil, spiteful, condescending, and messed up. But you're so desperate for the validation. That's my family, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know they be mean, talking about me and my wife and my kids, and they all mean and fucked up, but you know that's family, right? That's family? That's family. Oh, so they're allowed to tear you down because it's family. Doing cuts me even deeper because we actually have the same blood in our bloodstream. I would much rather a random person in the street talk shit about me and tear me down than my own family. I love me. I see the value in me. And I have to be careful of who and what I give emotional access to me. My daughter has gave me a bottom line. My daughter has created new standards for me. My daughter has changed my life forever. I didn't know what love was until she got here. What does that mean? It means that you will never see me in a random club. You will never see me at dinner if my dinner isn't purpose-driven. You will never see me hanging out or doing anything with anybody. I don't care who you are, how much money you're worth. I have visions, I have ideas, and I have goals. Now, I believe in connecting with people on a human level, but I am very mission and goal oriented. That's who I am. And you can't get to the next level with all of the devils that you have in your life. You got so many negative, mean, evil, malicious, and dysfunctional people in your life and around your circles. This is the reason why you can't clear out the clutter and get to the next level. Self-love is the cure to self-hate. I'll say it again. Self-love is the cure to self-hate.
My worst enemy was myself. I was afraid of me. I was afraid of what I would do. I was afraid of my thoughts. I was afraid of how I felt. I was afraid of tomorrow. I was afraid of me. I was afraid of being with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And anything I could do to not be with me, I was on board for. So I tried addiction. I tried many, many things. And the thing is, when I was in my addiction, it allowed me to be weak enough to also realize and give into the fact that I hated myself so much that suicide seemed like a good option as well. In 2017, I have 12 suicide attempts. And when I would go to the hospital, you know, it was a dance that we would play. You know, can I convince them I didn't do this intentionally? Or will they let me go home? Because the reason I wanted to go home when I was at these hospitals was because it didn't work and I wanted to try again. It wasn't because I was thankful to be alive or thankful that I got another shot at life. No, it was because I couldn't wait to die. And it's just, it's the insanity of trauma and allowing yourself to get stuck and to stay in the experiences of your trauma. So when I would not win and they would send me to an institution for suicide watch, I would flourish inside the institution. I would feel loved, I would feel supported. I was on medicine, so I didn't have, you know, I was calm, I was relaxed. There was so many things that being in an institutional really helped me. And when I went away to recovery for 100 days, that was the best decision I made, because for 1 week you can get a little bit, but really it's only about 30 days in that things can really start to change. And you know, it's interesting, there's also that fear of being institutionalized mentality, meaning that you feel like you can't do it on your own and you can only do it if you're in an institution. But the truth is, I'm living proof that you can do it outside of an institution, and you can live the life that you thought only other people get to live, because I'm living it. You know, wonderful family, wonderful job, wonderful friends, wonderful opportunities, just get to speak to you guys. One of my favorite things is letting you guys know how amazing and awesome you are. And why I say that is because, you know, people every day, in the everyday society, are not going to see someone who is drunk laying in a ditch crying. They're not going to stop. They're going to go, oh my God, that person's weird. But someone who's been through a trauma or addiction will look at that person and go, that person needs help, and you'll jump in. And it's like the football season, you know, it's like the Super Bowl. It's go time. There's one of us. They need us. And so the thing is you're amazing because you have lived through experiences that have made you such a kind and wonderful and giving person. And that's you doing that. You know, the other thing is interesting is about the power of our thoughts. So I was at my son's boot camp graduation from the Army a couple days ago, and the guy that announced it said, parents that have noticed a change in their child, you know, raise your hand. And, you know, everyone's like raising their hand. And the funny thing is, because every day for 10 weeks, they were told how strong they were, how powerful they were, how capable they were, how they were, you know, soldiers, they were this, they were that. They were just fed constantly and rebuilt. And that was in 10 weeks. And everyone noticed how much their family members had changed. And it was noticeable by a lot. So it got me thinking that, you know, if that can happen, that big of a change can happen in 10 weeks. And I made the change in my addiction to get better. And I've done that decision. Then what are the things that I'm still holding on to today? So one of the things that I struggle with is anxiety. And I literally, if I have an anxiety moment, because of that experience of going to the graduation and because of the experience of learning how the mind works, I stop and I pray, first of all. Pray for the Lord to take it away. I pray for the Lord to give me a peace and a calm in my heart that only He can provide. I pray for Him to wrap His angels around me, put me in the palm of His hand, protect me with a hedge of fire, wall of thorn protection, and, you know, just to be there with me. Then after that, I go into cheerleader mode for myself. Tara, you're okay. There's nothing wrong. Nothing happened. You're just having a panic moment, and it's not warranted. There's nothing that is warranting this moment or this feeling right now. It is just happening. And I will have to speak myself down. But the funny thing is that it works. It really does work. I can calm myself down, because the opposite of that is if I give into the anxiety and I go, oh my God, and I start to breathe and I'm like, what's going on? It's gonna, you know, and that's going to send me into a really bad direction really quickly. So I would encourage anyone who is, you know, been through anything in your life, and you may be having the videotape or recorder in your brain of those experiences and they still plague you to today, that I would encourage you, because how we do this is 24 hours a day. That's how we face recovery of from anything, is 24 hours a day. Yesterday is already done. Nothing you can do about yesterday. Today you're living right now, and tomorrow never comes. If you think about it, when you go to sleep tonight and you wake up, it's today. So you always have today to do whatever you need to do. And if you can just take that mentality and say, today I'm going to say this about myself, or if this thought comes in my head, I am going to counter it with this thought. And I challenge you to give it a try. I challenge you to see how it goes, and see what 10 weeks of your own boot camp can do to you and your you know, your health, and reigniting you, and, you know, just realize how amazing you are and how many opportunities that are still out there. I mean, the thing is, if you're still alive, then the Lord's not done with you. The creator of everything needs you, has made His choice to design this world that way. He needs you. And that's pretty powerful, that you're needed by someone who doesn't really need you, but He chooses to make it this way. He chooses us to be the skin to represent Him. He chooses us to help each other. Each one teach one. So if no one's told you today, you matter, I am proud of you, and I love you. Amen.